Senate will come to order. I ask everyone to please rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In the absence of clergy, let us bow our heads in a moment of silent reflection or prayer. Reading of the journal.
In Senate, Sunday, March 21st, 2021, the Senate met pursuant to adjournment. Journal of Saturday, March 20th was read and approved. On motion, Senate adjourned.
Without objection, the journal stands approved as read. Presentation of petitions, messages from the Assembly, messages from the Governor, reports of standing committees, reports of select committees, communications and reports from state officers, motions and resolutions. Senator Gianaris.
Thank you, Madam President. Amendments offered to the following third reading calendar bills by Senator Gorin on page 7, calendar 158, Senate 1091, by Senator Mayer on page 23, calendar 488, Senate 3467, and by Senator Prasad, page 25, calendar 512, Senate 482.
Amendments received and the bill shall retain its place on the third reading calendar. Senator Gianaris.
Let's move on to the reading of the calendar, please.
The Secretary will read. Calendar 158 is high and will be laid aside for the day.
Calendar number 326, Senate Print 3266 by Senator Comrie. An act in relation to requiring certain provisions to be included in any procurement or agreement prior to disposal of any asset owned.
Read the last section.
Section 3, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, or Stewart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 433, Senate Print 1565 by Senator Sanders. An act to amend the banking law and the penal law.
Read the last section.
Section 11, this act shall take effect on the 30th day after it shall become a law.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, or Stewart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Senators voted in the negative are Senators Akshar, Borrello, Boyle, Gallivan, Griffo, Helming, Jordan, Lanza, Martucci, Matera, Oberacker, O'Mara, Ort, Rath, Ritchie, Sereno, Steck, Tedisco, and White. Ayes 44, nays 19.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 445, Senate Print 3974 by Senator Kennedy. An act to amend the general municipal law.
Read the last section.
Section 3, this act shall take effect on the 90th day after it shall become a law.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, or Stewart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 477, Senate Print 1413 by Senator Rivera. An act to amend the insurance law.
Read the last section.
Section 4, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, or Stewart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
In relation to calendar 477, voted in the negative, Senator Gallivan. Ayes 62, nays 1.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 482, Senate Print 572A by Senator Mayer. An act to amend the education law.
Read the last section.
Section 3, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, or Stewart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 529, Senate Print 5040 by Senator Parker. An act to amend the civil practice law and rules.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, or Stewart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
In relation to calendar 529, those senators voted in the negative are Senators Borrello, Gallivan, Griffo, Helming, Jordan, Martucci, Oberacker, O'Mara, Ort, Rath, Sereno, Steck, Tedisco, and White. Ayes 49, nays 14.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 556, Senate Print 3483 by Senator Bailey, an act to amend the elder law.
Laid aside.
Calendar number 569, Senate Print 1291 by Senator Brooks, an act to amend the insurance law.
Read the last section.
Section 6, this act shall take effect on the 1st of January.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart, Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
In relation to calendar 569, those senators voted in the negative are Senators Akshar, Borrello, Boyle, Gallivan, Griffo, Helming, Jordan, Lanza, Martucci, Oberacker, O'Mara, Ort, Rath, Ritchie, Sereno, Steck, Tedisco, and White. Ayes 45, nays 18.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 597, Senate Print 5669A by Senator Kaplan, an act to permit the Great Neck Union Free School District to move the date of their annual meeting and election.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart, Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed. Senator Gianaris, that completes the reading of today's calendar.
Can we move on to the controversial calendar, please?
The secretary will ring the bell. Secretary will read.
Calendar number 556, Senate Print 3483 by Senator Bailey, an act to amend the elder law.
Senator Lanza, why do you rise?
Madam President, I believe there's an amendment at the desk. I waive the reading of that amendment and ask that Senator Sereno be recognized to be heard.
Thank you, Senator Lanza. Upon review of the amendment in accordance with Rule 6, Section 4B, I rule it non-germane and out of order at this time.
Accordingly, Madam President, I appeal the ruling of the chair and ask that Senator Sereno be heard.
The appeal has been made and recognized, and Senator Sereno may be heard.
Thank you, Madam President. The bill before this body deals directly with the health and well-being of New York seniors. The amendment being offered is germane because it, too, seeks to address concerns about the health and safety of New York seniors, many of whom reside in nursing homes and assisted living facilities. Since I last stood before this body to offer this amendment, we have learned that the state's efforts to cover up the number of COVID deaths in our nursing homes has gone far and above what many of us could ever have imagined. We have learned that members of the governor's administration not only withheld data from the public for political purposes, but that they actively removed it from a state report on the topic. Yesterday, I traveled to New York City to stand alongside grieving families from across the state who came together to memorialize over 15,000 loved ones we have lost to COVID in New York's nursing homes. The question there on everyone's mind was, why isn't Albany acting to hold anyone accountable? Families want to know why the administration that treated their loved ones as an afterthought during this crisis still have total control over the state's pandemic response. They want to know why Albany is not acting to get the answers to tough questions to actually improve state policy and better protect residents so other families do not have to suffer the same way theirs have. It is far past time for the people's representatives to do the job they were elected to do, and that starts by putting an end to the dictatorship that jeopardized the health and safety of thousands of vulnerable New Yorkers. The bill we're passing here today is about senior health care. This bill passed this House unanimously last year, and I suspect it will again, because I believe we all genuinely care about the health and well-being of New York seniors. However, if that's true, and you really care about getting New Yorkers the answers they deserve, about getting the loved ones of the 15,000 lost nursing home residents the answers they deserve, now is the time to set politics aside and vote to do the right thing by bringing balance back to state government and joining our fight for accountability, transparency, and a better state policy for New Yorkers living and working in nursing homes, assisted living, and residential health care facilities. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator. I want to remind the House that a vote is on the procedures of the House and the ruling of the chair. Those in favor of overruling the chair signify by saying aye.
Madam President, we've agreed to waive the showing of hands and record each member of the minority in the affirmative.
Without objection, so ordered. Announce the results.
Ayes 20.
The ruling of the chair stands and the bill in chief is before the House. Are there any other senators wishing to be heard? Seeing and hearing none, the debate is closed. The secretary will ring the bell. Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect April 1st, 2022.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed. Senator Gianaris, that completes the reading of the controversial calendar.
Thank you, Madam President. Is there any further business at the desk?
There is no further business at the desk.
I move to adjourn until tomorrow, Tuesday, March 23rd at 3 p.m.
On motion, the Senate stands adjourned until Tuesday, March 23rd at 3 p.m.